Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Pastor Darrell from the Quest in Galesburg, Illinois. Glad that you're giving me just a couple moments to speak into your life. I was thinking about situations last night, several personal issues with other friends of mine, and I got to thinking about this short little devotion I want to give this morning. I want to talk about being committed or being complacent. The Bible says, speaking of Daniel, it says that he purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the king's meat. And we know the story how that the three Hebrew boys were given the best food, the best wine, everything that the king had, and they chose not to partake of that, but yet they would only eat what they were supposed to eat. Here's the thing that strikes me. I don't think that was on the sudden of the moment decision. That was something they had already purposed in their heart well ahead of time. See, Daniel had already settled the issue in his life whether or not he was going to eat that meat, or Daniel had already settled the issue on whether or not he was going to pray and worship his God before he was confronted with the lion's den. Joseph had already decided the issue before being propositioned and possibly even raped by Potiphar's wife, even though it meant the threat of prison. So he had already made his mind up long before. No, he didn't know that situation was going to happen, but he had made up his mind that he was going to serve God and glorify God. Those three Hebrew boys, they had already made up their mind. They had already determined their choice before the threat of the fiery furnace ever was in front of them. They said, our God is able to deliver us, but even if he does not, we are not going to bow our knee to your God. See, a lot of people don't get this. They want to have a que sera type of faith with God, and they take things as it comes, and they'll deal with it when it gets there. I've had people challenge me with, well, if they threatened to behead me, God would understand if I just took a knee to their God, and if I didn't really mean it in my heart. Well, I want to tell you that's not how it works. The question is, what do you believe about God? If you think God might fail you, if you think that you have to make compromises, then I'm going to tell you something. You're not fully committed to God. Being committed to God means no matter what comes, no matter how bad it looks, no matter what the confrontation may be, you've already made up your mind ahead of time. I was thinking about my friend Tim. He tunes in once in a while. He posted about this a few days ago. 30 years ago, his little girl was kicked in the head by a mule. Listen, I want to tell you something. Tim didn't suddenly get faith in that moment. Tim had faith before that moment. See, faith does not come like a light switch. You just don't turn it on. It's something you already have. It's something that you're committed to and that you believe in, so that when you need it, it's there. And here's the key that I want to deal with as I close. If you don't build your faith in the small things, don't expect to have that faith in the big things. If you don't learn how to trust God, commit yourself to him wholeheartedly before the big issue comes. I say it this way to people. Do you ever ask God to heal that headache? Do you ever ask God to deal with those small issues in your life? It's in those things that we build our faith. When we see that God does indeed answer prayer and he does honor his word and everything he said in his word is true, it helps us to grow. It's like building muscles. Listen, nobody walks into the gym and bench presses 250 the first time. They build up to that. You've got to do the same thing with your faith. You become committed to God no matter what the situation is. You make up your mind ahead of time. I'm going to serve my God no matter what, and like those three Hebrew boys, and if he doesn't, I'm still not going to bend my knee to the gods of this world. I hope it helps somebody today. You come back and see me again at the Quest.